Please note that this meeting is being recorded and may be broadcast or rebroadcast on WestfordCAT. We have everybody here, but we have one remote. So Joni will be here by phone, and we will take roll call votes. Anything for open forum, Mr. Jenowitz?
Just a couple of quick things. There are a couple other public meetings this week. One is on February 5th from 6 to 8 at the Millennium. It's a hybrid format. It's for anybody who wants to participate in the facilities assessment. The town is looking at the next 10 years. What are different needs of the different town departments, and do our current facilities meet that, or do we have to look to make some changes? So again, 6 to 8 at the Millennium, or you're able to participate remotely. The other one is for the Specialized Energy Code. That'll be on Thursday evening at 7 p.m. again at the Millennium, or you can participate remotely. Let's get more information on the Specialized Energy Code. That's likely to be an article on annual town meeting. So hear all about it, ask questions. 7 p.m. on Thursday, February 6th.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Guthrie? Want to hop the remote?
Yeah, of course. Dave Guthrie, 77M, or that Specialized Energy Code, with that when you say town meeting, this one, or?
Annual town meeting, yep. Well, March 22nd,
And they're proposing to incorporate that energy code?
the Specialized Energy Code, yeah.
And where would we get more detail on that? Is that zero fossil fuel?
So generally speaking, it's to impact new construction. So it would be all electric.
So off the fossil, okay, so. Interesting.
Thursday and listen in.
Well,
Thursday.
Is there a,
You can register to participate virtually, so you can just listen in.
where's a copy of that proposed code gonna be? Is it online?
Yeah, right on here, right on the town website.
And the previous meeting is where?
Also at the Millennium, so they're both at the Millennium, just at different dates and times.
And different address.
Well, they should both be at the Millennium for the in-person portion.
And can I add something too? If anyone is interested and cannot make those meetings, the CESC is actually briefing the Specialized Energy Code to the Affordable Housing Trust this Wednesday at 7 p.m. is our meeting. They're the first on the agenda. So if anyone cannot make those other meetings, feel free to just jump on the Affordable Housing Trust meeting as a observer, and you can just listen in and ask questions if you like.
Minor detail, both are at 23 Depot.
Joni, you have anything for open forum?
I know I don't. Thank you.
Anybody else?
I got one more question, if I may.
Yeah, please.
Has this board weighed in on this?
Not yet.
Is it something you've openly talked about?
Not as a board yet. Nope.
Thank you.
All right, seeing nothing else for open forum, we have a public hearing item, a new one, PB 2501 ZNG, amended zoning bylaw, section 8.2, floodplain overlay district bylaw. Can I get a motion to waive the reading?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, Joni?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Dylan?
Aye.
Darren? Aye. I say aye. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, Joni?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Dylan?
Aye.
Darren? Aye. I say aye. Joe, you want to give us an overview?
Sure. So about every decade or so, FEMA goes and they update their firm maps. And in this case, it's the Merrimack watershed map that's getting updated, which includes the town of Westford as well as a number of various towns. It's part of the flood insurance study that's in your packet. That's all the different towns listed here. We had a preliminary review by Nadia Madden, who's the let me get her title right, floodplain management specialist through DCR. So she had some relatively minor comments overall. Some sections that can actually get taken out of our most recent update just last year at 2024 annual town meeting to update to the model bylaw language. So starting on page 20 in your packet, we took her comments and went through looking to address them. We also, just for information purposes, included just the glossary of terms from FEMA to understand what these different zones are. The ones in yellow were highlighted as ones that are in Westford. The ones in gray are ones that they were suggesting could be removed from our bylaw because they are not applicable to Westford now. So that's what those are there. So the biggest change is just getting that effective date of when the maps will go live on July 8th, 2025. And then otherwise, just kind of going through and doing some cleanup, if you will, of the different zones. We highlighted one section just as a follow-up under 8.2.5. She had mentioned Zone A being included in here, but it was in the preceding paragraph, so it seems like it should be there, but we just wanted to follow up with her. And just based on this initial opening of the hearing, getting questions from the board, if you had any, as well as the public, just bringing that to her for final review by DCR prior to closing the hearing. So that's about it. We're happy to, again, take any questions and bring it to them to answer before we try to wrap up this public hearing.
That seems straightforward to me. Joni, any questions?
No questions, thank you.
Bob?
Yes, noticing from the state information, we had 3 flood zones, A, AE, and X. And yet I never saw any mention of X, but I saw AH, AO, and A99 in our district boundaries. So that's, my question is why, and what is X?
Yeah, it's a fair question. We don't have it acknowledged really anywhere in here, not even defined, so it'd be a fair question to ask. Should we include
It wasn't in a zone, but maybe I'm wrong.
or maybe at least a definition or something, just so people are aware.
The state says our flood zones were A, AE, and X, and I don't know what X is.
Yeah, if you look at every town has X,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's, if you look at the definition down below, it's either shaded or unshaded, so. I don't know
I
if
still
it's,
also wanna know why we have
it
AHAs.
seems like it's between the
Oh, in the
100 and
bylaw.
500, so which would be captured in either one of those.
so I would, if we're spelling out the zones in our town and we don't have X, maybe we should just include it along with A and AE, just.
Yeah, it's a fair question, and it's a pretty small change, all things considered, so we can ask that.
Flood zone X has a moderate flood zone, it's not, flood insurance is not required in X.
And I should mention, this is all to remain as a national flood insurance program community. By having the most recent FEMA map reference, we get to keep that status.
Dylan, you have any questions?
No questions, no.
Darren, anything else? Nope. I'm assuming, as our standard practices, we'll leave this, well, I'll ask the audience first, but leave this open for a second public hearing, if anyone has anything. Anybody from the audience have anything about this? All right, seeing none, I guess we'll continue this to the next hearing, if we can answer Bob's question.
Sure.
Makes sense?
Probably March 3rd, that way we can also draft a report and recommendation if you'd like.
Okay, that'd be great.
Great.
So, motion to continue to March 3rd?
So moved.
Second. Nope. You got it.
No, he's there.
Second.
All right. All those in favor, Joni, aye, say aye.
Aye, aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Darren?
Aye.
Dylan? Aye. I say aye. All right, moving along, first general business item, PB 2504, 2834 Groton Road. This is an A and R for a lot line adjustment, with no determination on zoning.
Yep, so pretty small one, 44 square feet, really to go over a driveway encroachment right here along Groton Road, between 28 and 34 Groton Road. That's really the crux of it. There's no additional lots being created or anything of the sort. It's just to address that item there.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
No.
No. No.
Hey, Bob?
No.
All right, so can I get a motion to approve the, endorse the A&R plan for PB 2504, 28 and 34 Groton Road? With no opinion on zoning.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, Joni?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Dylan?
Aye.
Darren?
Aye.
And I say aye. Thank you, guys. Okay. PB 1617, definitive subdivision 64 Main Street, Kinlock Estates. Just execution of the Form E and endorsement of subdivision plans. Mr. Guthrie?
That's it in a nutshell. This was approved years ago by this board, not necessarily all these members. We were appealed by a neighbor, defended that successfully. That decision was appealed. defended that successfully, and now it comes time to get this document signed and moved forward, so that's why we're here.
Makes sense. I'll go to the board with the questions. Joni, you have any questions on this?
I just have one question, or two questions that kind of related. The plans, sheet 3 shows the driveway. Let me just get my note up. Hold on. There's just a disconnect on different sheets, and I'm just trying to understand what's really going on. So sheet 3 is accessed by a 30-foot right-of-way, and it's 50-foot wide. And so is that the 30-foot access, I assume, is going to be expanded to a 50-foot right-of-way. Is that correct?
I can answer that.
Yeah, well, please.
No, that is not correct, Joni. That was pre-existing, that 30 feet. It was contested by the neighbor. It was determined by your town council that was a pre-existing 30-foot right-of-way. And then that subdivision, or the land after that, had a bulb included. I think it was a 1968 zoning approval to create a home back there, which gave the house the 50 feet of frontage at the time through the paper cul-de-sac at the time. We then expanded from there. That was the point of contention with the abutter, was whether or not that 30-foot right-of-way was deemed legal or not. It was deemed by your town council to be legal and supported by the court system.
Okay, thank you. So then it's going to be an 18-foot driveway that widens out to 20. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's it. That's my only question.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joni. Bob?
So the only question I now have is, after hearing Mr. Guthrie explain this and understanding the lapse in time, the statement here from the town clerk, Joe, I'm not sure it accurately reflects what she's endorsing. There was an appeal, but it was successfully defended. So I think that language needs to be so adjusted. I'm looking at that sheet. It just says, I further certify that 20 days have elapsed after the decision was filed in the office of the town clerk for town of Westford, and that no appeal has been filed. That's not accurate.
Correct. Yeah.
So I just want to make sure we sign the right document.
Yeah, I agree with you, because this was reviewed by Jeff and his staff and town council, and I think the clerk did, because we did modify this a couple different times, Joe, if you remember.
Yeah, somehow this one didn't get,
Yeah, but
Captured.
you're not wrong.
so that's on
Well,
page 3.
Just want to make it accurate.
Yeah.
Good job, Bob.
And we probably want to have something about the date when the court ended, because there's that 3-year period of activity. So this would indicate that.
Yeah, the date of
They could
the
write something, all
judgment.
appeals have been exhausted and
Right.
as effective, when the last one
Yeah.
was decided and then that appeal period ran. Sure, I could put the language in
We
for
should
that.
float that by town council, because there might be more to it relative to the fact that this board didn't approve this thing. It was a different board, and that's why I think they wanted to keep this plan as close to original as voted on.
Yep.
We could always make it subject to town council review and approval of whatever that
Anyways,
signature block
sorry about
should
that.
be.
No, it's fine, because they were, I actually think it's there for a reason, but we'll get confirmation on that, because I can't answer that. I do think it's there.
This is the standard.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it went through scrutiny. They even we had, came in here for a meeting,
Yep.
Jeff and Joe with his notes, and we added a title block in or something to that effect. But is there anything that supersedes that and else on the plan? Up high, maybe, Joe? Well, it's worth getting a confirmation on your question, because it's not really time sensitive, so to speak. When's your
9
next
years.
meeting? What's that?
It's been 9 years, right?
Yeah.
All right.
What's that one say up top, Joe?
That's all I have.
That would be,
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get a confirmation on that and bring it back.
All right. You have anything?
Nope.
John?
Just a typo on the covenant. On number 2, it says that the undersigned will not sell or convey any lot in the subdivision or erect or place any permanent building on any lot until the construction of way, sand, installation. I think it should say construction of ways and installation of municipal services. It's just a typo, Joe.
Yep.
All right, anything else?
Catch.
Darren?
Nope.
All right, well, so, we can vote to approve this, subject to the language being changed on the final plan that we signed, I'm assuming, right?
So moved.
Second, yeah.
All right, motion second, all those in favor, Joni?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Dylan?
Aye.
Darren?
Aye.
And I say aye.
Great,
Thanks.
thank you.
Okay, next we have, review of the minutes.
You guys, thank you.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
January sixth, 2025.
Second.
Motion second, any comment?
No comments.
No comment.
All right, motion is second, all those in favor to approve the minutes, Joni?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Dylan?
Abstain.
Darren?
Aye.
And I say aye. And I don't think there was any correspondence, there was not. Nope. All right, unless there's anything else, can, I get a
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second?
motion is second, all those in favor, Joni?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
Dylan?
Aye.
Darren?
Aye.
And I say aye.